So, Dolltalk.
Yeah, Dolltalk. What y'all want to talk about in Dolltalk today?
We did. We wanted to talk about the.
Oh, do I want to talk about that? I thought about it.
We want to talk about now.
I have this this group I'm a part of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have amazing.
It's called Speak Out. I'm a part of it too. What?
You weren't supposed to say what the group was.
I shared the live. Oh.
Now they're gonna be all up in here.
Oh damn! I felt bad. I was like, oh damn.
Snatching our topics.
I shared the live on the
In there, right?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I usually read them and I'm like,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
these are interesting.
Most of the questions that come that are for Dolltalk is from that.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's today?
Today is Friday.
Today is Friday.
The 22nd.
Last week was a payday, right?
Oh, 23rd actually. Last week was payday. Last Friday.
All right. So this was a question that was 3 days ago. It was like, could you date someone who isn't as financially established as you? If so, what's your limit? I hesitated to answer that because
that's a good one. I want to know your opinion first.
Of course you do.
Because it's Dolltalk.
Gosh. So I think I've been on both sides of the spectrum before where I'm not wealthy by any means yet,
mm-hmm.
but I have been in a position where I made more money than the person I was dating. And looking back, I did get taken advantage of. I did get taken advantage of early on in the relationship, but it was by their mother and not by them.
Oh wow!
Right. Anyway, I think that depending on what it is you're looking for in a person and like what your goals are, like it being in a couple, if you can manage it.
Okay.
And it's like if you have someone who is trying to either like get to your level or, it doesn't play a part in like the power dynamics of the relationship. Like just because I got more money than you doesn't mean that I'm going to feel superior to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or use that as an advantage over you in the relationship or use it against you. But for some people, it's like, well, if you can't meet me halfway, if you can't go half on these bills, if you can't
mm-hmm.
afford to go out with me, if you can't afford to do such and such, you're not the person for me.
Okay.
And I think after dating someone who was more affluent than me, I did feel kind of self-conscious about my financial situation when I was dating someone who, they were further along in their career. They had their savings stacked up. We riding around in caddies and like, if we want to take Uber, we can take Uber back and forth to New York. Like, and I'm
not
just thinking
Uber back and forth to New York.
No, like we would go out and like they literally wouldn't let me pay for anything.
Oh,
like,
okay. I get real nervous. Like when people offer too much.
Yeah, it's like, well, I want you to think you owe me. That was my like. I don't want you to think that I owe you anything.
I'm proud Mary, honey. I'm proud Mary. I'm like, I get it myself. Right,
but I think but later, like we even had a conversation about this. We're not clearly not together anymore. But we had a post conversation,
mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that I didn't feel like I deserved to be in a relationship with him. I just felt like I wasn't ready.
Okay, and
for me as a partner, it's like I want to be able to meet you halfway. I want to be able to add to what you're doing. And they explained to me like, well, what I was able to provide financially,
mm-hmm.
I may not have been able to provide to you emotionally or in another way or whatever. But you were providing a need to me that I don't think I could have paid. I could never have paid for. And I was like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Like everybody has their own needs and their own strengths. And it just so happens that he was more financially affluent than I was.
Yeah.
It didn't take away from our emotional connection or anything like that. It was just I thought it would influence the power structure of our relationship.
Okay.
Because I was the one that didn't have as much money as he had.
So you've been in both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, I've been in both. So it's like I think I could probably date someone that doesn't make as much money as I make.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think that at this stage of my life, there are certain things that I want to do, and if I'm not in a space where I can be like, well, I can't pay for both of us, then we can't do it.
Right.
I don't want to be in that kind of space in a relationship anymore. I want to be able to say, this is what I want to do, and then we figure out how we're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I got to pay the whole thing, or if you can pay the whole thing, or if we go half and half, but this is what I want to do, and I want to be able to do it. Like, that's where I want to be in relationships now. So it's more like meet me halfway. I'm at the meet me halfway.
I think what it boils down to, though, I think in every relationship there's always one person there's never someone that makes the exact same as you, unless y'all working at the same job.
Well, right.
The thing about it is, though, for me, and I can only speak on my situationship that I went through this year, we were each other's equals. But at some point during the summer season, like, I was making more money than him at one point. And then there was, when he started getting his little refund, his unemployment checks, he was making more money than me. So it was kind of like, to me, it doesn't matter. But like I said, as long as it doesn't seem like you're using me too much, if I'm the person that's making the most money and I'm always giving you stuff and I'm always buying you stuff, then yeah, that's gonna be, and you're always asking for stuff. It's a little issue now because I need you to pull your own weight too.
Right. I'm not trying to be your parent.
I'm not. That's
me. Like I don't want to be your parent.
I want to be your parent now,
or your financier.
Exactly. So it's just like, but I'm also a person that's like I'm a giver. You get what I'm saying?
Same.
And sometimes people use that against me because that's one of my weaknesses. I shouldn't have said this on air, child, because now people are going to come out the woodwork like
have all kind of
all type of opportunities and stuff like that.
I love your show. I would love. We should hang out sometime.
Could you send me a look? Could you send me, girl? No. Can you send me something, child? I need new mics, honey. I need a mixer. So I think for me, from my experience, I would go in with caution if somebody's making less than me, because I wouldn't turn the person down right away. You get what I'm saying? I'll see what it's given, and if it's given like you're playing me down, then we're done. But if you really are down on your luck and you're really trying to make an effort to try to make your own money and not always asking me for shit, then we can work with that. I can work with that. I could be a Wendy Williams child on a television show, and you could be working at well, if you have an entry-level job, that's fine. That's fine.
You got a job at least.
If you're working at McDonald's, I don't know.
Could you?
If I'm making
started working at McDonald's.
Huh?
My start was at McDonald's. I remember McDonald's.
Now I can date someone that's working at McDonald's now because we possibly could be making the same money. But like when I'm working and I'm in my gig in the future, yeah, it's gonna be a little requirement. But like we can work around it. If you're trying to elevate. That's why I was really adamant about the whole what's that girl name? The one that says she needs an entrepreneur. She needs to be with someone.
Oh, B. Simone.
B. Simone. I'm like, girl, I mean, there's probably some people that's having 9-to-5s. I don't know, because it's a stockbroker. That's still a
job.
It's a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably making more than you. Well,
probably.
Yeah, probably. So it's like, don't judge.
Right, you don't judge where the money comes from.
You'll fumble a man. You'll fumble a man like that, child.
But also, money isn't everything.
It is not.
And also too, like I think maybe because of the new space I'm in, it's like when you have somebody who like knows that
picking up. Be sure to comment.
Huh?
I said the viewers are picking up, guys. Make sure you comment.
You're right. Let us know you're here. We'll speak back to you. Jump into the conversation. Give us your thoughts. I think that like being with somebody who sees something in you and is genuinely connected to you in ways like I can level up with this person.
Okay.
And, like sees that, like that's hot to me. I don't know. I want to be in that space. Like, okay, where we are right now is great. It's cool. We both know how to survive independently. Okay. So I think that's what it is. It's not that I wouldn't date someone that makes less money than me, but I need to make sure that you can survive independent of me because how you living right now,
right?
If I lost everything and had to depend on you in a relationship, how would we be living?
Okay.
So that's how I picture it. So even in dating up, it's like, if I lost everything and I had to survive living with this person, this is what it would look like as a dependent.
Right.
Okay, I could deal with this, but it's also going to make me work even harder to make sure that never happens.
Thank the Lord.
But yeah, right, that the mic is working? Right.
No, not that the mic is working, that it's connected to the Rodcaster Pro, because I was like, oh my God, I didn't check, because sometimes it will not tell you.
Why would it not? It's getting all the words.
Okay, yeah, just making sure it wasn't giving us the computer microphone.
Oh, heard. But yeah, so what would be your limit, though? You said McDonald's, but like, what would be your limit? How long would you date someone? Say you were dating someone, they lost their job. Like y'all been dating for like maybe 6 months.
6 months? Yeah, I'll stick by you.
For how long? How long can they be without a job before you let them go?
Maybe a year. Maybe a year. Like you gotta it is a bitch to get a job nowadays, especially nowadays.
You like Mary J. Blige a whole damn year?
A year. Come on now, people listening, come on now.
Yeah, I need y'all to chime in. Okay.
How long? What is you, 2 weeks?
So you were dating someone for 6 months, and you'll be with them a year without a job? What's that Doja meme? No. So I, unless they're
just because he ain't got no job, don't. I mean, what if he making some other? If he's having multiple streams of income, you know?
Well, that means he has income.
Okay.
If he got income, he got income.
Okay.
But if he's unemployed, it means he's not employing any skill anywhere.
Is a person living with me? That's a difference too. That's a difference too. Because if we got our own places.
Have you ever been in a relationship where you lived with someone before?
No.
So what would it matter? That's not even your reality right now.
Okay, what?
I'm just saying, like that's not even a reality right now for you. So
okay,
you don't know what you would do unless you've been in that situation. What would you like to do if they were living with you? How long would you be with them? You dated them for 6 months.
It would not be a year, and I will say that right now because if we are living together, that means we're splitting the rent, and that means you can't pay, and I'm gonna need.
That means you're a roommate, or you're a squatter,
or a parent.
Is that what they would be squatting in your house?
Yeah, no, I don't do no hobosexuals. Okay.
Period.
Okay.
I'm homophobic. No, I'm just kidding. But the funny thing
have you been in that predicament though?
I have.
So someone
my boyfriend lost his job. I was in a relationship for 3 years, and he lost his job like every year. But you know, when you get unemployment, that's good. As long as you got some income. He also knew how to hit that stage and get them dollars. Go hit that stage.
Okay.
And bring some coins home. But
I don't think I need to live in that experience to know that you're not staying here. Because I'm all
no. You said a year. I was like, when you get in that situation, you're gonna realize like a year is too long.
If we're in our own spaces, I got my place, you got your place.
As long as
then okay. I mean, I could yeah.
But they ain't got no job. How do you pay for their space? We're not really relying
on each other financially,
right?
So it's like, well, I'm not gonna break up with you because you ain't got no job. I mean, it's not like you not like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm paying my own rent. We got our own places, or you living somewhere,
right? But you're gonna be financially.
Like we're not gonna be able to go out places. Like if I want to go out, I gotta pay for you.
Or we're not gonna be able to go out. I'd be able to go out. Where you at? I'm at the movies. Where you at?
Oh, I ain't got the money. Can you give me a
ooh?
They'll get annoying real fast,
baby. I'll be like, listen, I got
give it a year.
The money I have for you is for you to get back and forth to job interviews. At the moment, there's no entertainment. That's just me, and maybe because the way that my mom was about finances and like making sure that all of her kids understood the value of money and like the value of hard work. I am very I'm not cheap. I'm what's the word? Frugal. I'm very frugal with my money,
and it is okay to be cheap
because I work really hard.
Please.
No, it's not. It's very tacky to be cheap because you can have all the money in the world and be cheap. And it's very tacky. Being cheap is a very tacky skill. Being thrifty is smart. And
how was that tacky? I feel like I'll be if I came into some money, bitch, like that is going in my bank account. I'm getting a child.
You come into some money what?
If I come into some money, I'm gonna keep that money. I'm gonna be Mr. Krabs.
You're gonna keep it. So that means you will know how to use it. So I hope if you come into some money, find you a financial advisor and they will show you exactly how to use it and multiply it so that you don't just sit on it.
No, I don't want to just sit on it. Yeah, I would try to make more, obviously. But I'm
multiply
it.
The goal of getting the point of getting the green tickets is to multiply the green tickets.
The most I would do if I come into some real good money, I'll build a team for the podcast and see if that eventually will grow. Because if you got money, you can make anything grow.
And then you can give your hobosexual boyfriend a job. See, there you go.
You'll get a little stipend too every week. Oh. I cannot wait to do that one day. I cannot wait one day when this podcast takes off. When this podcast takes off, I give you a little check at the end of every week, honey. That's gonna be
stipend that we be at the door like, Darren, I just came to get my $25. My lift's outside. Can I get my little? I don't want to bother you. I know you're counting the money. Speaking of monies, speaking of improving the show and make sure that we get what we need to keep things going up. For those of you who this is our first time actually doing like a live,
and it's fun. I like
doing it the right way, and it's not free. So if you could donate to us, that'd be great.
Please
tell them the thing. Tell them the Cash App and the PayPal.
Hashtag TDGS0. That is hashtag money sign TDGS0 on Cash App.